Looks like it's starting up. And we should be live. Cool. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of H-Bit Gaming. Short for History Bit Gaming, it's where we take a look at the consoles of the past and compare them against the consoles of the future. So we finally reached our final episode, and we're going to be checking out the Wii, as well as later on the Wii U, because we wanted to do a little bit of a double pack for you guys for our final. So we're going to start off with a classic, Wii Sports.
Wii Sports.
Oh yeah.
The only game that I'm good at.
You're good at Kirby.
No.
You got pretty far.
Alright,
Plus,
so
I haven't actually seen you in Mario Kart yet either, so there's also that.
Mario Kart I might be good at. What sport are we going to be playing?
Feel like the one that I always played most was either probably bowling or tennis, and the current setup is not very conducive to the bowling.
Alright, so tennis it is.
Full body experience. So yeah, tennis. Because that you just kind of wiggle your wrist around. And I will be M, I guess. Yes, I am right-handed. Alright. It's been a while since I used the Wii.
Let's do single game.
Yeah, we've got lots of games to get through tonight, so. Nope.
Number one. Number two.
He swung in the wrong direction.
It's based on how you swing.
Yeah.
You got me on that one.
Alright, making a comeback. Ah.
I don't know how I did that. that was cool though.
Power serve.
The smoke. Okay, that works. That was real fun.
That was real quick.
All right, let's do one more.
All right. M at the bottom, lonely zero.
Because I don't think anybody's ever played that. Like, I'm the only one who's ever played.
I think that's why I added it to the player list. So yes, this was a big selling point of the Wii back when it was released, was the whole me and make your own character avatar thing.
Which I love. I have my person who plays on every game.
I have one that I made for the 3DS that I think which is more in-depth than the one that I made for myself on the Wii. Only because I spend more time playing the 3DS, I feel like.
I never had a 3DS. I only had a regular DS.
That's actually funny because it's kind of the opposite with me. The last handheld I owned before the... Really? Wow. Just because it touched the very... Look at this. Look at that. It bounced off the top and then went out. Oh, man. Well, yeah, you did say this was your best game. So.
This is indeed the pro ranking suggests that it is my best game. Alright, so next Wii game, we're going to go to the classic Mario Kart.
Alright. Might have more of a shot in this one. I played so much Mario Kart when I was younger.
I used to play it a lot, but I never played it on the Wii remote, so...
Yeah, usually...
I played on GameCube, so it was a little different.
Yeah, I'm way more used to the GameCube controller because I usually, even when I'm playing on the Wii at home, I end up using that one.
Usually, with the regular Wii, you can do that. I don't have the extension to make the Wii U do it, but...
Yeah. I think my sister might have one, but I completely forgot that was a thing. But yeah, so I never actually had any of the original, Nintendo DS's. It was always the last handheld Nintendo system I had before I got the 3DS was the Game Boy Advance, the original Game Boy Advance, I think.
Yeah, I had that too. I had the Game Boy Advance and the SP.
I had the like clear purple see-through one.
Mine was clear gray, I think.
It wasn't really that much purple. Yeah, it was more of like it had like purple undertones, but.
It's been a while since I've Mario Karted, so.
I've played this one a decent amount, but never with the Wii controller. Well, rarely with the Wii controller. Gotta go Yoshi. Yoshi represent.
I'm gonna do Rosalina.
Yoshi character, best character.
I always go with the ones with the most acceleration.
Oh,
Do you want to do manual?
I'll try it out because I'm not sure if it works quite the same way using the Wii controller, the Wii remote.
Do you want to select our what is it? Our course?
If we only have one, let's go Rainbow Road.
I wasn't gonna suggest that, but I didn't know if that was gonna get denied.
You always gotta go Rainbow Road for the winner takes all. That's how it works.
See, the winner might not be me now.
I don't know. Like I said, this is pretty foreign to me using the Wii remote. Oh, I can wiggle. Alright, it's that button. Alright. It's just an adjustment. I gotta embrace the motion controls. Let the force flow through me. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Just know that when you turn the remote, you turn it ever so slightly.
Yeah.
So if you turn it a ton, it just messes everything up.
Yeah, I see that. Just weird, because like, if you're in the heat of racing, you're not gonna make subtle adjustments. I would forget how to use... Okay, it's up on the D-pad. Interesting.
I never played with Rosalina before. I didn't even know she was a character until very recently.
Oh, there's a blue shell coming. You might not want to be in first for very long.
No! Okay, I'm good. No!
Oh, no! Alright, I think I'm slightly getting the hang of it a little bit more. Oh,
You
man, I feel
damn
so...
blue shells.
I feel so old. Ah. And I lost my item. I was going to shrink everybody. It's going to be awesome.
Also, when that POW thing comes by, shake your remote.
Yeah. That, and I think if you shake it when you land, you can do tricks
you do like
too,
the little
which
flip.
give you little speed boosts.
Oh, I don't want that.
I'm in 10th place right now. Oh, man. Oh, mushroom almost killed me.
Oh, no!
Come on, Yoshi. Come on, Yoshi. We got this. We can bring this back.
Well.
We can bring this back. Oh, yeah. There we go. It's a little bit better.
Star power!
I can't do the drifts.
And I just got knocked off.
I can't do the drifts properly with this. It just does not work.
Well, you're beating me now. I wasn't first for a while.
Yeah, that blue shell was like the start of the downfall. That's one thing about the Mario Kart games, is like...
I think the blue shell is really unfair.
The randomness of it
dodge
too,
it.
and the way that like the newer ones kind of will rubber band the AI's speed. I know that it's to try to give you more of a challenge, but I feel like you should, if you're like way out in the lead, you should be able to be way out in the lead without the game telling you no. You're not allowed to do that. That's what I really appreciated about like the Nintendo 64 version. Honestly, it was just. A lot of it was skill, and a lot of the shortcuts and the bugs in the game that weren't taken out were like very much skill-based. So unless you could pull them off, you didn't get that extra advantage. So it rewarded players to be able to like try to like heighten their skills to the point where they can make those hairpin turns. And
I'm gonna get, I was gonna say I'm gonna be little now, and everyone's gonna pass me.
oh, every time I try to do something fancy. I fly directly off the road.
No, I was in 3rd place.
I'm in 12th, so like right now I don't even. Oh man, I will redeem myself when we do the Wii U version.
I've never played the Wii U version.
I have not either, actually, because I've never owned a Wii U. My brother-in-law and sister have one, but the last Nintendo system I bought was the Nintendo Wii, actually.
Hey!
I always wanted a Wii U, but I never really had the money to pick one up, and now it's still super expensive because they no longer make it, and so few people bought one.
Yeah.
So it's like pretty rare to find. And
my thing
across the finish while off the course. If that's not the epitome of what my performance was that race, I don't know what is.
The one thing that happened with me is I had a regular Wii, and my little cousin, who was like 4 years old at the time, tripped over a wire and knocked it off the table. So my aunt was so like upset, and I was so upset. She was like, you know what, it's okay, like I'll buy you a new one. And since the new one was the Wii U, I was like, you're gonna buy me the new one.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting the Wii U and never buying games for it. I just used it as a Wii.
Yeah, I feel like it has a few decent games, but I feel like
I think the Switch surpassed it in so many ways.
Yeah. It seems like a really awkward like step in between the Wii and the Switch, because especially with a lot of the advertising, a lot of people thought it was just a glorified Wii.
And it is. It exactly is. It's a more, well, the only difference to me is that the controllers are more sensitive.
That's fair.
It really didn't make much of a
It's like the Wii Plus kind of
a difference.
Mario and Sonic at the
Olympic Games.
Oh boy.
We're getting all the Mario games today.
Lots of tie-ins and stuff. Which is actually kind of funny, you know, the Wii was basically, for the most part, at least the original runs of it, was pretty much just GameCube hardware with motion control functionality, which is why every single GameCube game will run on
the original Wii.
Because it's not emulation-based, like backwards compatibility. It's just straight up is able to do it because it's basically the same exact hardware.
That's the one thing I'm sad about, that I don't have a Wii anymore, is because I have to use my actual GameCube to play my GameCube games. It's like a whole nother setup.
Yeah. And if you have a Wii that you're able to play the GameCube games on and you have the component cable, it's a lot cheaper than trying to buy the component cable adapter for the GameCube, which only works on certain models of the GameCube too. Like if they're early enough, they have the digital out port on the back as well as the regular AV. That thing costs like $200 to get that adapter now because nobody bought it.
What adapter is this?
For the GameCube to output component HD video. Well, not HD, but like component better quality video. I guess I should choose nothing personnel, kid. I've never played this game. So this is gonna be a learning experience for me.
All right, here we go. So we'll give you a handicap. We'll give you 2 handicap. I don't know what that means. How high up can we go?
My God.
All right, we'll give you 5.
I have no idea what any of that means.
I don't know
what it
how the
applies
handicap
to.
works, but we're gonna go for it. Maybe you get a head start. All right, so the first thing is freestyle swimming. So controls.
Oh, we need the nunchuck.
Just plug in the nunchuck.
Plug in the nunchuck.
Basically, based on your character, you're gonna have some motion of swimming. So when you charge up, when you're ready, like you're gonna charge and you're gonna hold down the B button.
Okay.
You're gonna hold it. And then as soon as it says go, you let go. And then when go appears, you basically use the Wii remote and you just go like this.
Okay.
You just like swing up and down. And then to swim, you go like this. You swing, you basically shake the remotes back and forth.
Do like the hey kind of motion.
And then every time your heart gets really low when you're swimming, you click the B button and it recovers your stamina.
Okay.
And then again, when you get to the edge of the pool,
Gotta
it's going to tell
do
you
the
to flick
same
up again.
swim.
But it tells you all the controls as you're playing,
Okay.
so it's not too bad.
I think it shouldn't be that bad, yeah. I've played Mario Party before. I feel like I can handle minigame
So
fun.
if you feel like this is your best event, you click accept challenge. If not, you click don't.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what to expect here.
It basically gives you a bonus if you do really well in your best event.
In lane 6, Blaze.
So it tells me that my swimming
Butterfly.
rotation is like a shake up and down,
Alright.
as opposed to yours, which is going to probably be something.
I gotta do the
you
crawl. Weird.
I'm gonna be bouncing.
Get set.
Alright, I gotta do the crawl. Do the crawl. Oh no. Do the crawl. Do the crawl.
You only want to hit the heart when it's right at the bottom,
I see. Okay.
which I didn't
It's a
learn
timing
until
thing.
right now. No, you got like third or fourth.
Whew. Not bad for my first time, I guess.
No.
Yeah, I was like trying to hold the B button for a little bit to like charge it up at one point. But yeah, it makes more sense that it would be timing based.
You got third.
Nice.
That works. So it's like Mario Kart. You get
Oh, yeah,
points
the
based
points.
on your placement.
Okay, so it just gives me an extra 5 because of the handicap.
Oh, all right.
So
I
it's just an
understand
immediate
now.
boost to the first one, I guess.
Okay, that's cool. Now we're gonna play another event. Oh, I'm really bad at this
The
one.
triple jump.
So controls. So you run to build up speed and then you jump for the map. Okay. Oh, so you build up like applause in the beginning. So you just do
Okay,
this
so I
to
gotta
clap.
clap first. That's cool.
And then to run, you just shake the nunchuck and the remote up and down and up and down and up and down.
Immersive gameplay.
And then once your speed lock appears, you get ready for the jump, which I've never done with a nunchuck, I don't think, before.
Okay.
Raise the
So you
remote
hop,
top
you
nunchuck
step,
to step.
then you jump.
Oh, this is why I'm really bad
So
at
you
this.
just alternate between.
This is gonna be bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You're gonna accept the challenge.
Why not?
This is usually my worst event.
Speed locked. Hop.
I missed. I
go.
completely missed.
All right, here we go. I got this. Let's see how well this goes. First try.
I think you're supposed to do
What?
it before. I
Yeah,
think you need to
before
get
you
all
reach the-
3 before you hit the line, which is what I just learned too.
Okay, weird. Yeah, you would assume it would be like,
Like line, line, line.
yeah.
But
like
good
when
thing
they pop up.
this event is scored based on your best score. So I
There's
think
like 3 tries or
and you
something.
get 3 tries. So I think
Okay.
we're good. I tried. It didn't work.
Oh, wait, there's arrows too, so you have to like. What?
I don't
The
understand.
nunchuck had like an arrow pointing to the left, so does that mean I have to go to the left? Or
Maybe.
run, Shadow!
Oh, you did it.
Alright. It's got
How?
really weird timing. Like, it shows it way before you actually have to do it. I think the timing is the hardest part of this for me.
Go.
Alright, yeah.
All right. Well, that worked that time.
It's like literally right when you land, but like it shows you what you have to do way ahead of time, so like, it like throws you off. Cause yeah, you want to basically jump before that green bar, cause that's why I got the foul the last time. I jumped just too late.
Yeah, I jumped really early that time.
Try. Go.
Okay. Run! What? I think I got a foul again.
No, you might. How
Yeah,
did you get a foul?
because I went over the line just slightly.
Oh.
That would have been a decent one if
Would've been a
the
really good
first
jump.
one hadn't thrown me off. Welp. Nice, go first. I got dead last. Oof.
Still in second.
Alright, maybe the next one will be a little bit more intuitive.
The next one's easier. It's the trampoline.
So I feel like a lot of people tend to view the Wii as like kind of more of a mini game machine like this because a lot of the games
They're
tend to
all
either
mini
be
games.
shovelware or like compilations of mini games. There are a handful of other ones that are not, but a lot of them are very heavy on the gimmicks, I feel like, with the motion controls. Which isn't always necessarily a bad thing when they manage to get them right, but when they don't work very well, it can really show. Alright, so what is this one? The trampoline?
Basically, you jump by throwing the remote control up in the air, and then it's going to give you a bunch of buttons to click as fast as you can before you land back on the trampoline.
Okay.
And then, like, you just keep doing that over and over and over. So memorize where their buttons are. It's going to be like A, B, left, right, stuff like that.
Okay.
This is my best one, usually.
Go.
Ooh. Oh, interesting. So they have the motion controls in there too. Okay, that's good to know.
Oh, I missed that one. Ah. Alright, well, I got missed too.
Alright. 8.740.
Yeah, so when it wants you to, like, spin, do little arrows, it's just like
yeah,
this.
you just kind of...
You, like, move your wrist.
Go.
Come on, Shadow. No! No! There you go. Yeah.
Go A, B, 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 B.
Wow.
B, 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 B. Still got a pretty good score.
7.699. Yeah, second place at least.
Hey.
Not bad.
I think you got second overall, too.
Yeah. With 19 points. That's a big lead. Only 21 points up ahead of me.
My skills are superior.
Ta-da! The only games I'm good at are Wii games. Alright, and our last Wii game is gonna be Call of Duty.
So yes, they did actually have a lot of, well, not a lot, but a decent amount of mature or teen-rated games. Another one that I've played before is actually a horror game based off of The Grudge called Ju-On, which is a Wii exclusive, I'm pretty sure. You basically use the Wii Mote as a flashlight to just kind of walk around, and it's kind of like a haunted house walking simulator, where like you gotta find batteries for your flashlight, otherwise you'll be in the dark and die, or like find the notes and stuff as you kind of make your way through abandoned creepy hospitals and things like that.
Alright, now this game, I think this is a one-player game, but I have never played it on the Wii. I've only seen my brother play it.
Hmm.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, and they
so,
sold the Wii Zapper.
with the Zapper, I used to have it.
Kind of missed the light gun from like the original Nintendo days. It had a really tactile design, so like every time you pull the trigger, it would make like that nice clicking sound.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of really good feedback. Oh man. So yeah, Wii games I think were still technically in 480p at the highest resolution, but I don't know if the Wii U can upscale them to, because it seems like it does to an extent. I don't know if it's actually really playing it at a higher resolution or just stretching it to fit.
Ascension 7 15 1 2 19 7 25 6 13 6 7 15 14 0.
A nunchuck or classic controller is required.
Oh, multiplayer.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh yeah, and then zombies. Oh wait, it might be Wi-Fi only.
Oh,
I
let's
think
see.
I just saw something Wi-Fi pop up.
Let's see. Here, hold on.
'Cause my Wii controller won't even really turn on. Oh, there it is. Oh, now it turned back off. So yeah, it might be.
All right, then we'll take turns doing single player then.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to get back.
If you go menu pointer 2.
Is Castro involved?
I don't know. Huh. Oh, minus is cancel.
It still won't let me go back. All right, we're just gonna restart the game.
That's wow. That's some
Poor
pretty
design.
Poor design on that one. Actually. If I remember correctly, I think this is technically a slightly different game than the version for other consoles because of like hardware restrictions. Like, I think they had to change some stuff around, but I'm not completely sure on that. And yeah, I'm wondering if it might just be single player, even in multiplayer, because of the way that the Wiimote system works, and the motion control wouldn't really work for split screen first person shooter action. Maybe not though.
I guess we'll go campaign because that's my only option.
Yes.
Is Castro involved?
We're gonna do recruit because I suck at these games.
You got this.
Wake up.
Where am I? Where's Red?
Want to compare like the graphics in this game to
No.
what we saw in all these other games.
Yeah.
Definitely much more advanced.
We all got killed.
It's also historical, this game.
We know you went in with what's involved.
They throw in some history, even though it's not true history all the time. They do throw in some
Yeah.
history.
Some of it is definitely dramatized, but
The police are gonna beat us.
so are a lot of movies. It's kind of interesting to think that the Wii was like released in 2006 and the Wii U was like 6 years later.
Oh, this is when we kill Fidel Castro. I remember this. I used to play this a little bit with my brother, but not on this system.
You can definitely tell how much more limited the models are since it was running on Wii hardware compared to like what the Xbox and the Xbox 360 would have been able to do at the time.
We'll have transport waiting for you. Just be there.
They've still got that kind of almost remnants of like the Tony Hawk Pro Skater models or like GoldenEye, where they're more polygonal than sharp edges and everything.
Just be cool, Woods.
Talking to you.
I like how it's first person though.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a gun now.
So I can see how the zapper would definitely work well for this game.
Yeah, this is very hard to do with.
It's almost set up more, yeah, like on
Extremely
not quite
difficult
on
to do
rails, but
right now.
like one of those arcade shooters.
I'm supposed to, this is like very hard to do without the gun, which is at home unfortunately.
Shake nunchuck to reload. Nice. Some twitching on the ground there.
I'd kill you a little more.
No additional blood splatter.
Wait, who am I following? Where'd he go? Oh, there we go. Oh, there's more. More cops. Here we go.
Yeah.
They're like killing them before me. I don't even have to do anything.
Yeah, I feel like aiming with the Wiimote would definitely throw me off compared to like what I'm used to playing so many first-person shooters with the dual analog stick instead. Oh, that car is, oh man, it exploded. I don't know, man, this kind of reminds me of, and makes me want to play like the Time Splitters 2 game on GameCube, or like,
Oh, I died.
I'm trying to think what else.
Alright, your turn.
Some of the GameCube 007 games. Oh. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. I don't remember how to use this. No, that's the pistol. How do you... I told you how to use it earlier, but I don't remember. Inventory, and then... Throw is plus, okay. There we go. I'm getting there. How do you run? I do kind of like how it snaps, locks on to them when a little bit initially when you first aim down the sights.
I like the music.
So So there's this thing that I can press left on the control pad and then it pops up that. How do I use it though? Seems like a grenade launcher or something. In the bottom right of the screen.
I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Oh, it's okay. I get it. That's weird though. That guy
did
just
we
went
just kill
through.
somebody?
He just went through the car like a ghost. Of course, I like how I finally learned how to use the grenade launcher right as the level ends.
Alright, and with that, we move on to the Wii U.
Yep. So, yeah, still decent graphics for what the hardware the system was working with, but definitely more of a focus on the motion control technology and things like that, as opposed to upgrading to HD, like a lot of the other consoles of the time decided to do. The Wii U, however, jumped up to finally being in true HD, as well as have gimmicks and motion controls and the touchscreen fancy controller thing that it has. So I think we have, what, 2 games to check out for the Wii U?
Yeah.
We have Super Mario 3D World and Mario Kart 8.
Let's do Mario Kart 8.
Let's start off with that one. Now, do we only have the one controller, or do the,
Nah, we only got the one.
and the Wii motes don't work with,
No, I don't
Wii
have the
game.
adapters with me today.
unfortunately. Yeah, I wasn't sure if the, Wiimote nunchuck setup still worked like it did on the Wii version or not. Update to system memory. Oh yeah, we experienced this a lot in the Xbox 360 episode.
Alright, well, we'll see if this works. If not, we'll play some more Wii games and then peace out, because we don't have the internet connection to update this game.
Yeah, when I was playing the 360 games, every time I would try to open a game, it would make me update it before I could actually start. Under 1 minute. At least it seems like it's installing, not downloading, so we don't have to worry about the...
Yeah. I was gonna say, if it's downloading, we can't do it, because I don't have an internet connection for the Wii.
Yeah. Now, the Wii U was the first appearance of the Miiverse or something, right?
I believe so.
Which is now defunct, I think, if I remember correctly.
I think it's all like, I don't think you can even go online I know you can't go online on the Wii anymore, but I think you might be able to go online on the Miiverse still.
So I thought they had closed down one of their like message board things, which I thought was the Miiverse. And then yeah, it's kind of weird to me that like the Wii already doesn't have any internet connectability.
Which is sad, because I used to love playing online Mario Kart.
Yeah. Nintendo's always been a little bit behind on the online interactivity thing. Even with the Switch, I've heard lots of complaints about their pay-to-play online service that they have now. because they still haven't worked out a whole lot of the kinks with it, and it's still like very unintuitive compared to a lot of other modern systems and how they do online.
Mario Kart 8.
Which is kind of sad because like Nintendo was one of the first pioneers of the whole online thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad to see they never really got their act together on that one. Mario Kart 8. Look how crisp and clean those graphics are. True HD. This was Nintendo's first step forward into full-on HD stuff.
Alright, so we can start a Grand Prix, and then I'll do one and you can do one, and then we can scooch on.
Or we could do time trials.
Oh, we could do that.
Because then we could just like race against each other indirectly.
Yeah, alright, let's do it. I'm gonna
Time
be
trials
Toad.
on Rainbow Road.
Sure.
I'll try to redeem
Yeah.
myself on Winner Takes All Rainbow Road. Actually, I have played some of this game before at my friend's house that I used to go to high school with, because he has a Wii U. So I've played this. I've played a little bit of Super Mario 3D World, and I forget what else. Oh, wait a minute. Forgot we also have Super Smash, but without two controllers. It's
Yeah. Kind of dumb to
yeah.
play.
Now, I'd love to see a remaster of like the original Nintendo 64, Mario Kart 64, with all of like the course skip glitches and things like that left in, just with like really shiny graphics. I feel like that would be really nice to see on the Switch at some point. I doubt it's gonna happen though. I feel like they could probably even do it for like the 3DS, but especially the new one with the new hardware upgrade that I'd gotten. But I feel like I've never been a big fan of playing like racing games or like heavy action games on a mobile system like that. It just always felt like too flimsy to like really get into those kind of games the way you need to, like you do with a regular controller, you know?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what these coins do, but I've been trying to collect them.
I think up to a max of 10, they give you a speed boost to your overall top speed.
Oh, they did.
So like, the more coins you have, the faster your overall top speed will go.
I didn't know that.
But they don't give you like an individual like immediate boost when you collect them. It's just like a overtime thing.
I'm definitely not going to win this time trial. I bumped into like 50 things already.
One thing I forget about this game is if it has the drifting. I don't think it does anymore. I think it works differently. Because I know with the Wii version and all the like a bunch of the older ones, if you hop and then hold down the jump button while you turn corners, you drift around them. And you can get like a speed boost from doing that, but I think this one had that removed. Because you have different ways of getting around.
$223 on the dot.
New record. Kind of miss the old like Mario Party games, especially with like the announcers that were all hyped up.
Your turn.
Alright. So I'm assuming right trigger is gas.
No gas today.
Okay. Okay, now you good. You can still drift. Good to know. the coins. There we go. And good, it still does have the motion control, gyroscopic, whatever, for the flips. Okay. Like, I think the Wii U got a lot more flack than it really deserved. I feel like the controller overall is pretty comfortable. And it is kind of cool having a separate screen. I messed that up. Alright, that's fine. Okay.
The one thing about the Wii U that I do really like is you can play Wii games and Wii U games on the little handhold part of the console without using a TV. Like, my brother could watch TV and I could be playing my Wii games. Like, I used to play Guitar Hero using that screen, and my brother would be able to watch TV and we never have fights because we never had to fight over anything.
Yeah, that is a really cool aspect of it, especially because, like, it's nice that they included that in the Switch as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the
Switch is even better at it.
Ooh, record! Yeah, the Switch is like a refinement of a lot of the ideas they had for the Wii U. Minus, obviously, the permanent second screen, but it would be kind of cool to see almost like an attachment that clipped on to the Switch screen and made it almost like a giant 3DS. Like, so you get that double screen type thing. But I don't know how much that would end up costing, and I don't think a lot of people would necessarily be willing to put out the money it would cost to buy it.
All right.
But it does seem like a very Nintendo move. They've always been into attachments for their systems like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, our last game for the night, Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U.
Oh yeah. Now in this one, if you actually have pro controllers and other people playing, you can also use the Wii U controller touchpad thing as like a way to like make blocks and stuff to help them through levels, right?
That I do not know.
I think it might have been, I think it was this one. It might have been a different one though. But I remember one of the Mario games. It might be, yeah, I think it's a different one. Though it might have been on pretty much all of them for the Wii U. I don't know. I haven't really played too many Wii U games because I know you can use all. Ooh.
Oh, you can use Wii Remote and Nunchuck.
Nice.
Sweet.
I think I'm just gonna.
I didn't know that. Most games you need the attachment.
I do kind of like how they went like with an homage to Super Mario Bros. 2, where you can choose between the 4 different characters.
Mm-hmm.
Too. Does Peach still float? I think she might.
Alright, well I have no idea how to play this game, so this will be a quick little adventure. Do a level or two.
Look at those fancy graphics.
Definitely way better than the Wii.
Still very stylized too, which I definitely dig, because as good as graphics get, sometimes if they're too realistic and not stylized enough, they can still seem really dated and really aged within a few years. But if you go for a more stylized kind of design, like, it can definitely help. I forgot that the Wii U thing had like its own speakers and everything too.
I really like that feature.
Yeah. It definitely makes sense if like they want you to be able to play games away from the actual TV to have the speakers built in.
Bowser!
how tiny his body gets towards the bottom of into the pipe.
Luigi's like, I could pass.
I also do think it's really kind of charming that in most Mario games like this, there's not really too much dialogue. It's very like
it's very much just like noise.
Yeah.
Right. Help! Alright, while we're playing this game, what were your favorite games that you've ever played on the Wii or the Wii U or that we played today or?
I think, let's see. So I think my favorite games that I've played on the Wii U, there haven't been that many of them, so it should be pretty simple. But Breath of the Wild is gonna have to be number one. I did enjoy Super Smash Brothers for it. Not as much as Melee, but I did enjoy it enough that I think Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U is going to be my number 2 choice. And then, controls are very floaty. Haha.
That was mine.
I am now a kitty.
There we go, now we're kitties. Meow.
And I can kind of hover paw the air. Number 3, I've never played it, but I love Dynasty Warriors, and I think it's a really cool idea. Hyrule Warriors. It's that Zelda game where you get to basically just play as all these different Zelda characters and Dynasty Warriors it up. Just go around killing massive mobs of people and getting like fancy like finishing moves and stuff like that, upgrading your character. So yeah, that'll probably be my number 3, even though I haven't technically played it. For the Wii, I have a little bit more experience with that, but still not too much. I'd have to say, overall for the Wii, I think Super Mario Kart is definitely a classic, but I enjoyed it less than other Mario Karts in the franchise, so I think I'll go with that for number 3 spot. I think my number 2 spot is gonna be probably Wii Sports, honestly. I've played that a lot on that system, and I always find myself going back to and enjoying it. It's got a real nostalgic pull for me, even though I did play the Wii games when I was older. And I think my number 1, I just had an idea for it, but I'm trying to remember what that was now. Oh, come on. Why can I not get up there? I think, yeah, for number 1, I'll probably have to go with Animal Crossing Wild World. Because I always really enjoyed the Animal Crossing series games. And I feel like it was a pretty good rendition of it. It didn't really change too much that I can remember, but it was definitely enjoyable. So those are my top Wii and Wii U games. What about you?
How do you break through these boxes?
Well, I don't know on that one. Probably Y or like your punch move.
Yeah.
Did you just throw me off the side? You just straight up murdered me.
Mine, well, Wii U wise, I haven't played too many Wii U games, so I'm just gonna give one, which is definitely Super Smash Bros. Will for always be my favorite game on pretty much any system. And that's definitely my first favorite for the Wii, even though it's not. I like the modified version of it better, which my friend used to have a cartridge for. And then I love Wii Sports. It's so basic, but it's just a lot of fun. And then probably, I used to play Guinness World Records on my Wii, and that was definitely one of my favorite games because it was like a basic like mini game.
Yeah.
And it was just so simple, and it was just fun. Hey, I don't know what I did, but I did something.
You murdered me, that's what you did. You got like 10,000 points just for throwing me off the side of a cliff. I do like how this game went back to like the overworld kind of stage select, but you can still kind of walk around it like as you want. It's kind of a cool compromise between the two.
It's the same like it used to be. It's just 3D.
Yeah.
Woo! Alright, well.
And
Alright, let's do one more level and then we'll close out the day.
yeah. So, yeah, I guess that brings us to the question of, out of the systems we've covered over this this project, what do you think is your favorite? Or top 3 systems, even.
I don't even think I have a top 3. I'd say my favorite system is still either the Atari or the N64. Oh, I was doing so well.
I think... Oh, oops, sorry. Ah! I think I have your crown now, by the way. I think my favorite 3 systems are probably...
I died.
I do enjoy the Atari a lot, and I have a lot of real like nostalgia with it. But I think my number 3 is probably going to be... I kind of want to go with the Super Nintendo, because that was the first system I ever owned, and I have a lot of nostalgia with it. It has so many classic games that I really enjoy. Actually, I think number 3 is going to be PlayStation 2, because of the sheer amount of games it has, all the different types. It's got the Silent Hill, Resident Evil series. It has so many different RPGs that I absolutely adore, and graphics-wise, it's pretty good. Especially like, it's not the best compared to all the others, that like the new fancy graphics and stuff. What the heck did I just do?
I don't know.
Minigame.
Oh, we both
What
died.
happened? I'm so confused.
I don't know.
But yeah, so number 3 is PlayStation 2. Number 2 is gonna be probably the GameCube, because that's another one of those systems that I have so many memories with, and it has a lot of really underrated games like Geist, Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. Resident Evil 0 was pretty good, but it had a lot more mature games than a lot of people give it credit for, and it was a real pioneer in a lot of ways as well. Plus you can play your Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color games and stuff like that directly on the system, as long as you have the attachment. It's got the compatibility with the Game Boy Advance games, so you can plug that in and get like extra like output from your games, kind of like the Dreamcast did with the VMUs. And overall, just a really solid system. The first system I ever actually bought with my own money that I saved up for. And my number 1 is probably going to be the, I gotta go with the Nintendo 64, because that's also another huge nostalgia trip for me, where that was the second system I ever owned, and I was like around 6 or 7 when I really played a lot of it. And it introduced me to so many games like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Mario Kart 64, Mario Party. There's just so many memories I have with that system, and I feel like so many of the games have held up really well overall. And it has so many classics that that's definitely going to be my number one system of all time, I feel like.
Sweet. So,
So,
this is our last episode. We talked about all of the systems that we liked and all the games that we liked. I want to hear from some of our audience of what games they liked. And even if we didn't cover a game, talk about the games that you like the best. And maybe we'll check them out in the future.
yeah, some of the other systems we may not have gotten to are also fair game. If you have any memories with the Magnavox Odyssey or even like the Sega Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, things like that, because there are definitely experiences I've had with some of those systems that I just unfortunately never owned them, and I still don't actually own them, so I can't really play through them anymore. But yeah, so comment down below or add us on Twitter, and just let us know what your favorite games are, your favorite systems, any memories you have. And thanks, as always, for joining in.
The end.
So, have a great Christmas and happy holidays to anybody who doesn't celebrate Christmas as well.